Hey everybody, I'm Sasha, and today I'm going to review, of course, I said this yesterday, Bigger, Fatter Liar. Now, Bigger, Fatter Liar. What is this about? This film is about a high school kid named Kevin Shepard. And let's just say he's gotten away with so many lies until finally he is caught. As in, he did his homework, unfortunately. Yeah, he did do his homework. And he gave it to his teacher. But unfortunately, his teacher caught him because it turns out that his work is actually plagiarized. Yep. And then finally, he does write something. Yep. He creates like a video game on paper because it's something he knows. Because that's what he does. He plays video games and stuff like that. And he's very good with technology. And then he's gonna take it to school so he can get his grade. But then, unfortunately, of course, like in the first movie, boom, he smacks into like a limousine where he gets a ride and he meets Larry Wolf. What? Yeah, Larry Wolf, who is he works on video games. Well, he doesn't work on them, but he works with them and stuff like that. And he's been looking for video games, like people who've made video games, and so far they have just been a waste of his time. He says until he reads Kevin Shepard's paper and realizes, and of course Kevin Shepard's paper. What's it called? Oh, that's right, Big Fat Liar. But then later on in the movie, it's referred to as Bigger Fatter Liar sometimes. So yeah. And then, he pushes Shepard out of the car, out of the limousine, and steals his video game. And Kevin has to do summer school. Yeah, nobody believes him because, like, they think he's telling another lie. Until finally, okay, he realizes, yep, the game is coming out, Big Fat Liar. And he tells his father. Father doesn't believe it. Yep. And then he gets with his friend, what's his friend's name? It's on the back here. I think I read it earlier. Yeah, Becca. Yeah, he gets Becca to go with him. To go with him because the dad had to go away for a while, and he gave him a card for emergencies only. So he used that card to get a flight all the way to where Larry Wolf was, and they're gonna get him to, and they want him to admit the truth, but unfortunately, no, he won't admit the truth. He won't tell the truth. So, yep, and they're gonna. Yep, of course, like the first movie, they're gonna make it. He's in for a surprise. He's in for a real surprise. Now, Bigger, Fatter Liar. Was there anything that I liked? Well, I liked that it was different. Okay, it was different. I like that, okay, it's like one of those movies, it's like, okay, you like Big Fat Liar, then, yeah, if you like this movie, then here's this movie. Here's a follow-up. As it says on the back here, the hilarious follow-up to Big Fat Liar. Okay, we got different actors, different character names, like they changed the names, of course. Let's see. The pranks are different. They're a little different this time. I mean, they are kind of the same. Like, for instance, what they did to his car and what they did to him. Like, you see, he's like looks like a mime. Like in the first movie, the kids thought he was a clown. They thought Paul Giamatti. They thought he was a clown. Here he looks more like a mime. So yeah, they changed that around. Honestly, I thought it was a really fun film, but honestly, what else can I say about this film? I don't know what else to say. This movie, watch it if you like. I mean, I don't know. I didn't think it was a terrible film, not at all. I thought it was a pretty fun movie, but it wasn't really the best. I did not like it as much as the first Big Fat Liar. Big Fat Liar, the first one was the best. Bigger Fatter Liar was, it's okay. It's an alright film. It's a little confusing too. Like, for instance, is the video game in the movie, is it called Big Fat Liar? Because there were also moments when the video game, it said Bigger Fatter Liar. So is it Big Fat Liar or Bigger Fatter Liar? What's it called? And also, Kevin, he had to write that paper for a social studies class. It's like, social studies? Don't they mean English? So yeah, I really don't know what to say about that. That's just, they are they trying to confuse us? Sorry, something on my eye. Okay, anyway, the film was a little confusing. I mean, the acting was was okay. It was pretty cool. The acting was pretty good. The story was confusing. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of confusing. It was silly. I'm not gonna lie, it actually was silly, but it but silly kind of, not a silly like ha ha ha, silly like what? Like, that's weird and it just doesn't work. Yeah, there was some silliness in here. It just didn't really work. Um, okay. And honestly, I have to admit, uh, Big Fat Liar to me is one of those movies where you don't really need a sequel. Like, this movie wasn't really quite necessary at all. It really wasn't necessary. But I don't care. I actually thought it was a fun movie. I remember in sixth grade in one of my classes, we watched this movie, but we didn't finish it. So yeah, now years later, at age 19, found this at Second and Charles. Watched it all the way through. It was pretty fun. Yeah, they did keep the same concepts like from the first movie, but they changed it up, and honestly, I don't really think that was necessary. But sequels. Though this movie did not really feel like a sequel. This movie felt like a remake. Like, I mean, like, for instance, Evil Dead 2. The way I see that is like they just took the original story of the first movie and then they rewrote it, and instead of Ash and all them, it's just Ash and Linda. That's what they did for part 2. But then again, part 2, they also did continue it in a way, like right after the first one where it ended, where Ash is like there, he's like, ah, and he's screaming, and then like in the end of Evil Dead. But Evil Dead 2 to me was just, to me it was a little bit like they took the first one, for the first part of the movie, they took the first movie and rewrote it, and it actually worked. To me, that actually worked. This, on the other hand, you take the original movie and you just rewrite it. To me, it just didn't 100% work. I mean, that concept, taking the original story and rewriting it. I mean, I could probably see that with Hangover Part 2, because they did. It does seem like they rewrote the story of the first one. But overall, I thought that was pretty fun. This one was a fun movie, but it wasn't really much of a necessary film to make. But it did have its little laughs, I guess, here and then. It was okay. Now, the bonus features here includes the making of Bigger Fatter Liar and Bigger Fatter Liar the Players. That's on this DVD. I think there's a Blu-ray. I don't know what's on the Blu-ray. I honestly don't know. This is from Universal. Okay, yeah, Universal. They don't really make the best films anymore, but I mean, they don't make the best movies, but some of the movies they've made are pretty cool. Like okay, this one was really fun. I liked Violent Night. That was cool. Cocaine Bear was good. Strays. Oh, that was hilarious. You know, but I have to admit, uh, Big Fat Liar, the first one was the best one. This one, not so much. Oh, of course, from Universal, I have to say Coraline. I got my Coraline plushes right here. Oh, the black phone. Yeah. I want to show this off too, real quick. Got this from Walmart. It's the grabber. Yeah. But overall, Bigger, Fatter Liar, I thought it was an alright movie. This movie came out in 2016 or 2017, I want to say. I think 2016, maybe. Or 2017, I guess. Yeah, 2017 probably. It was an alright film, but I'm going to give this movie 2.5 stars out of 5. Yeah, I give it that. So that's my review on Bigger, Fatter Liar. If you like what you see, like and subscribe.